So I did cover off the idea of shame and social evolution and how animals perhaps might experience similar things. But it did also kind of bring me to the idea of obviously guilt, which is different to shame. I don't think I really clarified that, so I'm saying it now. There's the guilt element, which is different to shame entirely. Guilt's a more personal thing. Shame is a social construct. But one thing that really bugs me is when people feel like they need to be the defender of a minority, whether it be people of colour, people with disabilities, hell, even women or trans people, but they're not one themselves. So imagine, like, your standard 20 to 30 white cis male, and he's kind of being all, you shouldn't mess with that quadriplegic black Jewish lesbian or something. While it's good, stand up for people. It's a good thing, and I can't fault it in a way. I can also fault it in a way, because a lot of it is almost assuming that they can't stand up for themselves, and I suppose that's more on the disability side, but still, it's kind of, I'm getting annoyed on behalf of these people so I can be a voice for them. Well, many of them have their own voice, and sometimes those who have experienced it, those who have lived it, those who know it intimately, can defend it, or however you want to look at it, better than someone who's just looked on the internet and read up some stuff on it. It's different. I would not ask people to stand up and be like a voice for sort of non-binary gender identities if I didn't think they knew a lot for it or about it. I'd be happier standing up myself. Not that I like doing that, but I'd still be happier because I know I could portray what that part of society wants a lot better because I live it. But it's a whole different thing, to sort of being able to say, this is my experience, I think it's not good, and this is how it should change, to, oh, you can't say that. It's political correctness gone to extremes, and as much as I appreciate the ideals of political correctness, the functional version, if you will, how it's implemented, leaves a lot to be desired, and it leads to things like this, like the now looked down upon name of social justice warrior. It's become a laughing stock of a title. You give it to people who don't know what they're on about but just want to stand up for what's right. But the idea of it, again, like with political correctness, the idea of it's sound. It's more than sound, it's great. People standing up for society to do what's right and just. But now it's become ridiculed, that idea, because people just haven't implemented it right, because they don't know what they're doing and they go to extremes, and it's like radical anything. It becomes like that, like radical anything is bad. Moderation, anything, fine. Standard versions, they're fine. They can carry on. But again, they can still stand up for themselves. It's strange how it is kind of often, sort of looked at as the stereotypical white dude, as mentioned before, who is kind of like this guy standing in, because it's that symbol almost that is exactly what is being fought against. And again, there's positivity in the fact that someone from that camp is willing to stand up, but it doesn't always help. So, yes, be good to each other and stand up when you see bad things happening, but don't think that you have to spearhead a crusade if it's not something that you know. It can do more harm than good. So really, if society just learned anyway to just get along and be good, it would work out anyway. You wouldn't need to be doing it. But, like I say, leave it to people who know what they're doing, or read up tons on it, know it almost as well before you start striding in, because it can do more harm than good, like I say. But of course, until next time, take care.